Day 2 with the flu, body aches, and my NyQuil nightmare. Let's discuss. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another coffee rant with Dano and Dr. Frank. If you have to pause on this video, have coffee with us this morning as we will be discussing what I've been going through, what Jessica's been going through. It hasn't been pretty. Although, I am feeling a little better today than I did yesterday. I feel a little less congested. I don't know whether I have to thank NyQuil for that or I'll tell you what, if you've never had NyQuil before, it can cause some pretty vivid dreams. So my NyQuil nightmare, yeah, it was pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Also today, I'm actually not drinking coffee at all. This is orange juice. Taking a break. I don't know. Just needed some orange juice this morning. But yeah, my NyQuil nightmare is pretty interesting. So I was watching videos the other day. I was watching a video of the Tiana Bayou plunge, which is a ride, which is the old Splash Mountain at Disney World. And I guess my dream came to life last night. Like I was saying in yesterday's video, I was having trouble sleeping the night before, couldn't get to sleep, and I was like, if I can't get to sleep, I'm going to take some NyQuil. And I did, and I'll tell you what, that NyQuil put me out. I mean, it felt good to sleep, felt good to solid sleep, but boy, I'll tell you what, and I think the nightmare even carried on beyond what I'm about to tell you, but I can't really remember it. I just know that I woke up and I was in a bunch of sweat, and it was crazy. But also, neither me or Jess have a fever, so that's good. Jess is feeling a little better today too. Not as bad as she was yesterday. Still both under the weather. So I was dreaming, I had this dream like I was in like this real deep sleep. And I dreamt that I was in like one of those little keel boat things, right? That the ride, it's like a log flume kind of deal. And I dreamt that the water was just, like the boat was stuck and you couldn't get out of the boat. And it was just like, water was just pouring in like it was sinking. I don't know if that had something to do with the boat that hit the Baltimore Bridge yesterday too or something, maybe both kind of mixed in. But I'll tell you what, that was a pretty crazy nightmare. I know I woke up and man, I was just like, it's like, because it was one of those that felt real. Like even when I got up, it felt real. And one thing I will also say about NyQuil is that when you get up after you've had NyQuil, I'll tell you what, you're a little uneasy. Like, and I don't know if it's just from not feeling well, but it was hard to get moving. And this is why I don't like taking things like that. Because the initial getting up and having to get moving and stuff, it was hard to do that. Of course, I'm really not doing anything today. I've taken everyone's advice and just kind of relaxed and just thought I would get on here just to have something to put out here for you guys today and talk about what we've been going through. Yeah, today I do have some body aches. I'd say like my ribs kind of hurt. I think that might be from coughing so much. Very sore. There were some questions. Some people were talking about that we may have the other thing. No, it's the flu. We took a couple tests of the other thing, and they both times came up negative. So take that for what you will. I don't really know. But again, feeling a little bit better today. Hopefully another good day of rest, and I will be good to go. I am cracking open my book that Jessica got me for Christmas. It's been a while. I'm going to catch up on some reading, hopefully finish this today. Really excited to read the original Dune. This is the original collector's copy she got me for Christmas. It's really awesome. I've always been a Dune fan. I've read some of the book, not this one. I like the hardbacks because the print's a little bigger, a little easier to read, and yeah, pretty excited for that. I haven't seen the newer movie yet of Dune, the part 2. I have seen the original. I've seen the original Dune movie and part 1 of the remake, which the remake's a lot better in my opinion. The music in the original Dune was good, and the music in this one is good as well. It's all different. None of the music's really the same, but it's one of those movies where the musical score kind of goes perfect with the movie, like kind of like Star Wars, or it's like the music it's not John Williams as far as I know, but John Williams, he does a good job of taking you through the movie with the music, and I think whoever is the orchestrator for Dune in the music is absolutely perfect. It fits in well with the movie, keeps you interested in all the different scenes of the movie and everything. But yeah, I know a lot of people were wanting us to do an update on how we felt and everything. Thank you all so much for all of your heartfelt comments. Of course, we had a couple nasty trolls. I took a couple comments down because, people, they just pop up and want to ruin your day. That's okay. That's okay. But thank you all again, and Jessica wanted me to thank you all too for all of your heartfelt comments. Thank you very much for all of your thoughts and prayers and everything. And they seem to be working. Jess is feeling a lot better. She's laying down right now, but she was feeling a lot better, and I'm feeling a lot better too. I still feel kind of weak. I still feel, real weak. Don't know if I'm going to go anywhere tomorrow either. I'm probably just going to take the whole day and rest. Maybe, we'll see what's going on with some of the news and some of the different things going on in the stores. Might do a video just at home here. So bear with me. We'll get back, to our regular stuff here at some point. But yeah, I don't want to be going to the stores or anywhere for that matter and spreading this. But I was happy to see that neither one of us had a fever. So we checked that a couple different times. Both of them, 98.6, couldn't be any more perfect. I was actually freaking out at first because I saw it was like mine was 97.6 or 97.7, and I'm like, isn't that bad? Like, my body temperature's low, and then she told me with the thermometer we have, you add 1 degree. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but so it would have been 98.7, which is great. And I did another one of the other tests, right? See, I think a lot of people didn't listen to the whole video yesterday. But both the ones that I've taken have come up negative. Jessica's is negative. So from what I understand, there is a pretty heavy case of the flu going around Ohio. And it seems like from a lot of my family and friends that I've been talking to, seems like that is what they've dealt with. I think the flu type B is one that's going around. Some people were talking about the neurovirus. Don't know what it is. All I know is it's icky, and yeah, the first couple days there, it really takes its toll on you. Starting to feel better though, good enough to where I'm going to sit up and read my book. If I happen to fall asleep, I fall asleep, but I don't want to. I'm going to try not to nap throughout the day so that I can sleep all throughout the night. I will say, taking the NyQuil did help. It knocked me out. It knocked me out cold. I mean, I was sitting in the chair and I was thinking to myself, well, it'll probably take 15, 20 minutes for this to kick in. So I was watching a little TV and took that NyQuil, and I was out in the chair, and then I got up. And like 10 minutes had gone by, and I'm like, it felt like I already slept for like an hour. So I just got up and ran to bed, and I was like, cool. And I was out in seconds. I hit the bed, and it was bam. I was out under the covers. Jess was asleep. She slept really good, which I was happy for. She's been eating too. She's been eating some things. We're actually making some French dip subs tonight. I told her, I was like, well, if nothing else, we had to, it had been in the fridge for a while, so it's like, we have to cook the meat. So we're going to try this. Don't know how it's going to turn out. Hopefully we both feel good enough to eat it later. We'll see what happens. But I'm going to. I mean, it sounds delicious. And that's the thing. I have my appetite. I can smell stuff. And that's another thing. Like somebody, a couple people took that is, when you lose your sense of smell, that is the one thing, the big C. And that's not true, because I get allergy every time I get my sinus issues, which I do have going on with spring and all that. I tend to lose my sense of smell for a day, or until I get that one last good blown into the tissue, not to get too graphic. I will say this though, and when I did notice that it was a little different, okay, so this might, if you're a little squeamish, you may not want to listen to this. But when I noticed that I had some kind of sickness, was the way the mucus looked, okay? When it's clear and everything, I know it's just my allergies. When it's neon green, you know it's not clean. So, sorry. I was waiting this whole video to put that out. But, you know, for the most part, yeah, it sucks being sick. It really does. And, I mean, I guess in some ways, not to toot my own horn or anything, but I've gone, I mean, years. I've gone years without getting sick. I mean, I drink my vitamin C, you know, I mean, I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. I don't know if that has something to do with it. Maybe, maybe not, or maybe I just was lucky. It finally hit me, though. But yeah, going to get into my book here. Should be interesting. I've always wanted to read the original version. There's multiple different versions, and I was reading this one Dune book one time, which is actually not Dune. It is, but it's like a series. It was like a different book, and I was reading. I was like, this don't make any sense. And I got through almost the whole book, and I was like, oh no, I probably should read all of the original before that. So I'm gonna dive into this here. Excited for some things coming up. We're trying to get well before Easter. We have that focus, you know, getting our rest and everything, and just trying to get as much sleep as possible, because like most people were saying on the channel here, that is number one. That is key. You want to make sure you get a lot of rest. For someone that is very restless like myself, it's hard to do. That NyQuil did help, but I will say that it made some very clear nightmares. And like I said, there were other dreams mixed in there. My brain's just not remembering them. I'll tell you, and getting up. When I was up, I was a little uneasy. I could tell it was from the NyQuil. I was like, this wiped me out, and it's like, I don't know if it puts your body so much at rest that it just threw everything off. Not like I was dizzy or anything like that. It was just like my whole body was like drained. Like it was like I just kind of like zombied my way into the living room and just plopped on the chair, where I actually fell asleep for about another 15 minutes, and got up, and I was fine after that. I don't know if it was the way I was sleeping or the nightmare. Or the nightmare got my blood pressure up or something, because, I mean, I was very aware when I woke up, because it was one of them dreams where it was like, this felt real. You know, like it felt like I felt like I was about to drown, like in one of these little like log flume boats. And I'm just thinking to myself, oh my goodness, here we go. And then I wake up and it's like, whew, wow, that was something. Yeah, thank you all for all the different recommendations. Still eating the soup Ritz crackers, you know. I mean, I know a lot of people, some people left in the comments that you shouldn't eat Campbell's soup. I don't know. That's all whatever opinions and decisions that you want to make in life. However, I feel like it's really helped me, and I will not give up my Ritz crackers for saltines or anything like that. I know somebody loved to comment on that. Yeah, even if they're healthier, whatever. You know, it's like you can do that when you're not sick. Like, I'm not going to drink Coca-Cola when I'm not sick either. However, I got a couple on the back burner here in case I need one, right? Because Coca-Cola, a regular Coca-Cola, it's the one thing that I feel like makes you feel better. I know some people were saying like the soda streams and the fizzy bubbles and stuff like that. Could be, but it's like with Coca-Cola, I don't know. It just feels good. Feels good when you're not feeling well. It just, I don't know. Makes you a little alert, I guess, from the caffeine and everything. Orange juice, I'll tell you what. I mean, it's good for you, but it don't seem like it's really helping. It doesn't. I mean, you know it is, but it's not really. It just don't taste like it is, I guess. I don't know. I'm still a little out there today, guys. So yeah, unfortunately, no Kroger video. Maybe, I don't know. I don't really know. Kind of just playing it all by ear. I've kind of had things, you know, like I was talking about, aches and pains and stuff like that. You know, even with my rib's not really bothering me right now. It was bothering me some this morning, and I don't know if because a couple days ago I was coughing a lot really bad, so I don't know if it's probably from that. I don't know. I've dealt with some lower back issues, but this was before the whole sickness and everything. So I do like stretches like on the floor. Sometimes I'll actually try to like, you know, I'll take like the towel and I'll roll it up and I'll put on my back. And I've actually had doctors tell me to do that, and it does help. It does help. But you don't want to, sometimes, if I'm exhausted, I'll fall asleep. You don't want to fall asleep like that because you'll wake up and everything else will hurt but your back. So, but I could feel it a little bit today. And again, I think it might be because of the NyQuil, because the NyQuil knocks you out to the point to where it's like your body is just like I was saying, like a zombie. Like, I mean, you're just complete. I woke up like this, like, like completely chest down onto the bed. Like, I never really sleep like that. So, and I have a little bit of pain in my neck too. So it's like, it kind of takes you out of reality. Like, I don't know, that NyQuil stuff. Probably won't be taking that again unless I really have struggled sleeping. It was nice to be completely knocked out, though. I mean, it was for someone that, like myself, that really has trouble sleeping anyway, to be able to be knocked out. I know somebody was saying take a drink of bourbon or something. Hey, whatever, I guess. But there's, and I'm sure there's many other things. NyQuil's what we've had. It was unopened. We've had it for a while. I figure, well, now's the time. Then we have, let's see. I know we got some other things too. Like, the funny thing is that like a few days ago, like about 3 or 4 days ago, when I first initially started feeling bad, I was taking some DayQuil and it helped. And I took DayQuil right before I went to bed one time, and I had some crazy dreams then too. And I'm not going to go all into them, but I did. I had some crazy dreams after taking the DayQuil. And I'm sure there's different ingredients that are in DayQuil. Some of the same that are in NyQuil. I know NyQuil has that thing that helps you sleep. But I remember falling asleep on DayQuil too, and I had some pretty crazy dreams. So just keep that in mind, if you're going to be taking some of that stuff to feel better. But anyway, guys, just wanted to put this out here for an update. We are feeling a little better. I'm feeling a lot better. Jess is way better than she was yesterday. So happy for that. We're going to try and eat this dinner here. It's a slow-cooked sirloin in the slow cooker. And then we're making the au jus sauce, which it's going to slow cook in. We got the ended up buying the Pepperidge Farm hoagie buns. We got all this stuff a while ago. And some Swiss cheese. And then we'll have the stuff for dipping. I hope we're going to be able to eat it. I hope so. We'll see what happens. But if nothing else, we'll put it in the fridge and be able to eat it later. So anyway, guys, thank you so much again for all of your heartfelt comments. We really appreciate it. It's been a gloomy few days here, but we're slowly getting through it, slowly getting better, and we'll get back to doing some more fun things once we are through the mend. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.